Hi everyone, welcome. In this lesson I will cover some beginner-friendly Baladi travel steps that you can use in your Baladi dancing. And before we begin, I want to let you know that I have a lot of free resources on my website that you can access if you look in the description and follow the links. So let's begin with the first travel step, which is the zigzag step. Now, if you watch my feet, you'll see that I go on the front leg and then I take it to the back and then front again and back. And each time, one by one, you want to shift. So look, I step forward, my back leg moves to that side here. And then as I step on the back leg now, and I shift my weight slightly on the back leg, I shift this front leg to the side. So one by one, they are shifting the same way. And from the side, I'll show you how it looks. Forward and back shift, forward shift, back shift, forward shift, back shift. Yes? Now, with the hips, we can do a hip hit each time I step on the leg. So whichever leg is sort of leading, in this case it's this one to the side, that's the hip I'm going to hit with. And here it's really simple. As you step on the front leg, you also shift your weight on this leg, and this helps you to push the hip out like so. So the hip movement is kind of to the diagonal here. If you're just pushing it to the side, that's fine. That will be the same thing. And then the same thing on the back. So I step on the back leg and I push the hip. So this time it's going sort of diagonally back. And there you have the Baladi travel step. However, in Baladi, a lot of the time, you can focus on being flat-footed. So rather than going on your tiptoes, you can do this on the flat feet. The same thing. Yes, it does depend on the tempo of the song. So if the song is going fast, then you can go on the tiptoes. But generally, where you can, it's good to do this on the flat feet. Great. Let's practice together to the other side. So now it's this leg and hip that are leading. Now a little variation. Instead of going to the sides, you can go around. So with this hip, let's go forward and back, and I slowly shift around like this, basically on the spot. So to do this, if I step on the front leg, and then the back leg is now preparing to also shift, I shift the back leg inwards in the direction that I'm going. So I step forward, the back leg twists in, and then I step here, and already this little twist with my foot inwards then turns my whole body to that direction. And then with your front leg, you can also turn it more out in the direction that you're going. So here, the feet drive the direction of your body. And if I'm going this way, I'm going to lead with this leg and hip. If I'm going the other way, it will now be this leg and hip. So forward and back as we go around like so. So really press into that hip. You want to get a nice hip accent out. You can also do this on the tiptoes. Nice. Now, let's look at another move. It will be this hip up as we step to the side. And in this case, let's start with the flat foot. So as I step on this leg, it's flat, but to lift the hip, this foot has to be on the tiptoe. So you can see my ankle right now is high, there. So that is what creates this height with the hip. I would say the two moves with the front leg and the hip, they happen at the same time. So I'm stepping, and then as soon as my foot reaches the floor, that's kind of when I lift the hip. So they start at the same time, and they conclude and end at the same time as well. So step, 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 step. Great. Other side. Step, 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 step. And just don't copy my hands there. I was just showing you to point it out. So with the hands, you can do this move. Or you can do maybe one hand on the head, like that. See if you can guess what the variation of this will be based on what we did. So, if you guessed turning on the spots like this, then you're correct, like that. So it's the same technique with the feet and the hip, it's just a pivot around. So again, use your feet to turn in the direction that you want to go. And with the hands, you saw I can do the same hands in this case. So this one, and the other way is the same thing. You just switch the hands. Or you can do this one also. The next move is this Egyptian circle walk. Just focus on my hips and my steps for now, don't worry about the arms. So in Baladi, generally the Egyptian walk is best done on slightly bent knees. You might not be able to see with my skirt, if I maybe lift. It's here, yeah? So as I step around, they're mostly bent in a natural way. And the steps for this is, you step out to the side, and your weight is still on this leg, the other leg. And then you go from this side forward and to the other side now. So now my weight is on this leg. And then as I go back with my hips, that's when I step in. So here my feet are together. And again, the same thing. You step out, hip is on the other side, and it comes forward. And then you step in as the hips come back. So think of it this way. When you step out to the side, that's when your hips come forward. As soon as you step in, that's when your hips start going back. So let's try it slowly together. And forward, back. Forward, back with the steps. Step out, step in. Step out, step in. Great. And let's do the same thing on the other side, but now you're switching your weights and your sides. So in this case, look, I step out with this leg, my weight is here, and I bring the hips from this side to the other side, and here I step in and back. Yes. Forward and back. Step out and in. Step out and in. Great. In terms of the hands, you can just keep them out to the side and naturally and slowly swirl them around. Nice. And you guessed it, the variation for this move will be to go around. So it's the same thing. You step out as you go forward and then in. And again, the feet help you to turn whichever direction you want to go in. So turn the feet out, turn the feet out, turn the feet out, turn the feet out. By feet out, I just mean out in the direction that you want to go. So in my case here, it was there. It was here. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And let's try the other side. So now try and face your feet more in that direction. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. With the hands. And also don't forget that even for this move, you can slightly bend your knees to give it that really grounded feel. I am currently working on a Beginner Baladi course. It will be pre-recorded so you can watch and go through it in your own time. If you're interested, do sign up for the waiting list, because those on the waiting list will receive the best offers and all of the news. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this class.